How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday, Lord's Day. Welcome to August 21st, 2022. 1 month away from the start of fall, but man, can Saturday get here sooner? Week 0 of the college football season is upon us. It's here. Yes. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Christian Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Sunday night. Sorry for the long intro. I had to get some things taken care of around the house. I figured I'd go ahead and start the show up, get it going for you. We'll try to do better with timing and not having so much long countdowns. Maybe if we can do a 5-minute countdown, if we can do no more than 5 minutes just to hype the show up, get it going, get it ready. Plus, screw it. It does kind of, having a countdown does allow time to send the notification out, get people on here, get them in the comments section, and we can talk. So I know we don't have a whole lot of people watching. It says, honestly, we got only one watching right now, but that's okay. I understand that. BVD's live. This is a community where, everybody watches everybody. This is a community where people go live at certain times. I had no idea BVD was going live. I know he's been dealing with some stuff, but BVD, if you get a chance to watch this back, I want to say that I love you. I care about you. You're a great member of our YouTube community, and keep fighting, brother. I love you, man. So, being said, we got some stuff to talk about, some stuff to get into tonight. There are some new rules in college football that are going to take place this fall. Latest and college football rule changes for 2022. This via 247 Sports, targeting, fake injuries. What else needs to be addressed, right? And I don't even know how it started with the fake injuries thing. I mean, I don't know if that's been going around a long time. I personally did not see fake injuries last year. I don't know what games I must have missed, but it is what it is. But targeting fake injuries addressed for the 2022 college football season. So this, per 247 Sports from Brad Crawford, changes to punishment for targeting, closer inspection on players faking injuries, and major alterations to blocking below the waist are the primary rule changes in college football ahead of the 2022 season, the NCAA announced. The Rules Committee recommended appeals for targeting suspensions earlier this year, and now conference offices are able to request a review from the National Coordinator of Officials to determine if a player was incorrectly penalized for a specific hit. Okay, now I don't know who the National Coordinator of Officials is, but that sounds like a pretty big title right there. I mean, wow. Okay. Conference offices are able to request a review from the National Coordinator. So I'm going to take a guess here and assume if you have to go to the National Coordinator of Officials, first off, I don't know if that's at the game. I don't know if this is something that can happen after a game and that can happen throughout the week. I'm not sure exactly, but apparently there's a coordinator of officials who's the lead referee that gets the final say on a penalty and targeting and player suspension. And I mean, it's like its own little committee refereeing is right now in college football. It's crazy. Here we go. Here's some more stuff here. Let's read this. Josh McDade, the SEC's coordinator of football officials, explained in detail many of the new changes last month at the league's media conference in Atlanta and joked that college football's revisions against blocking below the waist was a hot button off-season topic among coaches. According to McDade, Playbooks will have to be revised and how games are called by offensive coordinators based on the new rules. And now the number of players forced to miss the first half of the next game if penalized for targeting, and the second half should decrease with further reviews. Hold on. The number of players forced to miss the first half of the next game, if they're penalized for targeting, should decrease with further reviews. Basically, what I get from this is college football has gone soft. College football's gone soft. I mean, in a way, I think. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe I'm misreading this. But did I just read? Could you paraphrase that in a way to where we could just have targeting on the field and it be okay? And who cares? Let's let them get away with it. Is that what I just read? Hold on. Let's keep going. Here's a thorough explanation from McDade of this season's new rules that go into effect when FBS games begin on August 27th. I almost said the 21st. Sorry about that. Okay. Altered rules against faking injuries. Faked or exaggerated injuries are a growing trend in college football, especially on defense used to combat tempo-driven offenses. The NCAA, however, will not add in-game penalties for players accused of faking injuries, but other post-game penalties could be assessed. Suppose fake injuries were a topic of conversation following Ole Miss road win at Tennessee last season, and that was not the last time either school was involved in a game that drew suspicions up on the front. The topic resurfaced following Ole Miss Egg Bowl victory over Mississippi State in November, and then again during Tennessee's Music City Bowl loss to Purdue in December. According to the NCAA, an attempt to crack down on teams awarded an injury timeout after a player fakes an injury, schools and conferences will be able to report questionable scenarios to the National Coordinator of Officials. Okay. The coordinator will provide feedback. Any penalties levied would be up to the conference office or school involved. Nice. So basically, you have teams faking injuries to get injury timeouts. Is that what I'm reading here? So they want to crack down on that. They want to make sure that they want to review a play if a player is, let's use air quotes here, hurt. They want to review that and make sure the player's actually hurt. If he is hurt, you get an injury timeout. If he's not, apparently it could be very, very bad. Very bad penalty fines. Fines? I don't know. Are they suing them? It goes on, this article does. Targeting improvements. According to McDade, there was only one call every 5 games on average in the FBS for the 2021 season. Player safety related to head injuries have improved as a result. This is reflective of how the game is being played, McDade said. We did not officiate this any different between 2020 and 2021. Our emphasis on targeting is no different, but it's statistically significant how much down year over year. Hopefully, it represents that athletes are recognizing the rule and how the game needs to be played legally, and it's showing up here as we have less targeting per game than we have the previous years. Disqualifications from targeting. Okay. Conferences can now review targeting calls after games if they occur in the second half and then appeal so they so that the penalized player may be able to play the first half of the following contest. So you can go back now. This makes more sense than the fake injuries thing. Basically, you can go back to a so-called targeting call or targeting play. You can go back to that, and the conferences, I guess, like the conference officials, maybe Commissioner Sankey or Klevikoff or, Schwarbeck. I mean, I guess the commissioners, well, they can do whatever they want to a certain extent. I don't know who it goes up to. I don't know if it's the coaches or if it's probably the officials, because the officials are the ones that suspend the players. But they can go back. Let me give you an example. Let's use Alabama for a second. Yeah, I'll use my own team. I don't care. Let's say there's a questioning call week 1 against Utah State upcoming, right? Let's say Jordan Battle for Alabama's defense is ejected for targeting, right? For example, right? They can go back after the game and review to see if Jordan Battle actually was targeting. And if he was, then he's suspended for the first half of the next game. If he wasn't targeting, then it's okay, it's fine, it's swept up under the rug, and you can play the next game, Jordan Battle, using him as an example. This goes for any player. This goes for any team in the SEC, right? Actually, it's not even just the SEC. This is all through the NCAA. So this is for all of college football. I like this targeting thing here. Because, I have been on here and I have talked about how I feel about targeting. We lowered his shoulder, or the crown of the helmet, whatever. Let's move on. On changes to blocking below the waist. Oh, gosh. Seriously? Okay. Blocking below the waist is now almost completely outlawed, a decision in the direction of player safety. The first requirement to block below the waist is that a player is stationary at the snap inside the tackle box, McDade said. Quarterbacks and running backs almost always are in the tackle box. The tackle box goes all the way to the end line behind the offense, of course. Depth doesn't matter. A wing back needs to get a piece of the tackle that's in the tackle box. Some part of the body needs to shade a part of the tackle to be considered in the tackle box. Tight ends can no longer legally block low under any circumstance. Wow. If you talk to coaches, this is a fairly big change for them. They'll have to scheme differently because of this rule change. Any split out wide can no longer block low under any circumstance. Anyone in motion cannot block low under any circumstance. Linemen at their initial line surge can block low against an opponent as long as it's not a clip. So only linemen get to do this? You might as well not have blocking tight ends. You can't block low, period. Wham and seal blocks are outlawed outside the tackle box. Okay. The only defenders that can block low are defensive linemen that are in the tackle box. If a defensive player is shading a tackle that's in the tackle box, that defensive player is considered in the tackle. No other defender can block low in any other circumstance. On a screen play or stretch play, the defender coming in taking out the lead blocker by going low. That's no longer part of the game. The defender cannot go low. So you can't duck or go low basically in football now. You can't go like that. You can't chop. First off, you can't get a chop block. No block below the waist. Really at all. Great. Rule changes for penalty only. Once you signal for a fair catch this season, you're not allowed to actively engage in a blocking situation. The punishment for the penalty has been changed. If a deep receiver signals for a fair catch, he cannot block a kicker coming down the field unless that receiver has touched the ball. It used to be a 15-yard penalty. The Rules Committee recognized it doesn't warrant a personal foul penalty, so they've changed it to a 10-yard penalty. Okay. I'm not even going to read all of this. Oh, here we go. Let's read these last two at least. On taunting. Sorry. Taunting during a touchdown run. We're now treating that as a live foul ball. Live ball foul, whatever. McDade said. If a player taunts or holds the ball out at the 6-yard line, we're going to take the touchdown off the board and penalize the team for the 6-yard line. When we did that, there were two circumstances we didn't recognize foreign penalty enforcement. The intent is we're going to enforce like a personal foul. The two circumstances were receivers on a punt and the defense on a passing play. If we now have a live ball, unsportsmanlike conduct foul, it now gets enforced just like a personal foul. There was an inequity with the two situations. So that kind of goes with like this, the horns down and everything. That's what this goes along with. No taunting. Can't hurt anybody's feelings. Seriously? Anyway. Defensive holding. Let's read this. I do want to move on. On defensive holding, a step down from pass interference. The punishment for defensive holding has been increased, according to McDade. What warrants defensive holding versus pass interference is on the officials. The Rules Committee has decided to simply this. Defensive holding is now is always 10 yards and an automatic first down. It might be helped to know in the NFL it's a 5-yard penalty, but it's always an automatic first down. Okay. So automatic first downs on a defensive holding call. Sweet. That'll help some teams out. I don't know. All right. I don't have too much for you guys tonight. A lot of rule changes coming to college football. And I think we're just getting started with the changes of the sport. All right. So I got one more thing. I'm going to make this show quick tonight. one more thing for you guys, and we'll get out of here because I got school tomorrow. I start back school tomorrow, starting the second year at Wallace State. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link, and we'll hang out. If anybody wants to come on, feel free to. We'll get you guys on. The hell is this? All right, there we go. So I got the StreamYard link. Anyone's welcome on. We'll give it a few minutes. All right, let's do this. College football is upon us, as we know. Yes, it's here. I'm excited and I'm pumped up and ready to go. Time to preview, as we are 6 days away from it. I want to go ahead and preview Week 0's Vanderbilt and Hawaii game. And I know what you're thinking. Who cares? Me, because I love football. And I'll take any competition that comes my way. I'll take it. If I can see a pigskin being thrown through the air, if I could see hard-hitting defenders, it just gets me excited and pumped up. It does. Vanderbilt and Hawaii Week 0, I'll take it, man. There's going to be plenty more previews and game predictions where this came from, but let's start with this tonight. We open up. The spread is 6.5 in favor of Vanderbilt, right? Clark Lee entering year 2 or year 3 with the program. And so far, I would say he's done good. I think the issue is that, you know, when you look at Vanderbilt, they're just a bad program. I think that they've just been through a lot, and they have failed and failed and failed and failed to find the right guy for the job. Now, they do open up with cupcakes like year in and year out, right? And they got a pretty interesting schedule this year. Speaking of Vanderbilt, I'm excited for the Alabama game. Shout out to guys like X-Wing Sports, Millis Vanillis, all you Alabama fans out there. There's a few people going with us to the Alabama and Vanderbilt game this year on September, I believe, the 24th. I believe so. That sounds about right. September 24th, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I love all you guys out there, all you Alabama fans, really anybody, no matter who your team is. Getting back on track, Vanderbilt and Hawaii, Week 0. It's coming up in 6 days. It'll be 10:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. What do I expect in this game? Well, honestly, you got Clark Lee, year 2 with Vanderbilt, who went 2-10 last year. The spread favors Vandy by 6.5, right? When you look at Vanderbilt, Mike Wright has been the guy this offseason, per reports from Vandy's official athletics website. Mike Wright has been the guy to be the starting quarterback, right? When you look at Hawaii, they're a good program. They can make some bowl games here or there. They still struggle a bit. Hawaii is an interesting place that we're getting a lot of recruits from. I don't know what to expect. Is this a coin flip game? It's a good possibility. I think Vanderbilt. Um, I'll say this, right? I think Vanderbilt has the guy in Clark Lee, and I think it's going that direction. They they have a tough schedule ahead. Of course they do. They're Vanderbilt, right? Hawaii, interesting. They open with Vanderbilt. Then they play teams like Western Kentucky, Duquesne, Michigan, Mexico State. They played their conference teams. You look at what they did last year, Hawaii, the Rainbow Warriors, in the Mountain West, which is not. Um, I don't think Mountain West is bad. I think they got some interesting teams. They got some good competition. Utah State over there, right? You look what Hawaii was able to do. They did it to a ball. Of course, it was canceled. I haven't studied Hawaii enough. Right? You look at and they bring back the quarterback. Come on, Cooper, David Cordero, I apologize, at running back, who's their key guy that they relied on heavily. Got some receivers. They got a lot of freshman receivers, actually, but Zion Bowens comes back. Stephen Fiso comes back. Koali Nishigaya, if I'm pronouncing that right. There's some talent. There's a lot of talent on Hawaii. I see you back there, Brock Watson. I'll get you here in a second. There's some talent there. Vandy's not a winless team. They're not a winful team either. I'll say this. Give it to Vandy to win the game. I think both of these teams are going to struggle this year greatly, and even against each other. I don't expect this to be a high-scoring affair. I'm going to throw a score up, and you could say, oh, that looks like a defensive game. Or do the offenses just not have it figured out too much? I'm going to say 26-17 Vanderbilt over Hawaii, right? And Hawaii has the home field advantage and a 72% chance to win. But I think Clark Lee could get something going. I think he could get off to a good start in the non-conference play this season. I think he could get the season started off greatly, and I think he could do some things to put Vanderbilt, how do I put this? I guess just call it what it is and be honest, in the right spot, I guess is how I would word it. I mean, they got their quarterback at Vanderbilt, Mike Wright, has been since the start of summer workouts. He's a junior quarterback, and he's been their guy since the start of summer workouts. Looked pretty good in the spring game, too, by the way. Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee said for Wright, it's just about understanding that every day he's got to earn it. It's not a job that's given to you. It's earned. And he's earned the job there at Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt they got Mike Wright. They have, Raman Davis as a senior. They got a guy from Hoover, Alabama, Dylan Betts, Pauly, Chase Gillespie. They got a couple different options at running back. They got guys like Jamarian Carter and Devin Body at receiver. So they got some weapons. They got enough to maybe field a good enough offense we'll have to wait and see. But I think Vandy's got to win some games this year, and this is just one of them outside of the SEC play. What's going on, Brock Watson?
What's up, man? Roll Tide.
Hey, yeah, Roll Tide. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just ready for the season, man. See what our Tide can do this year. I just hope the O-line is better. I think it'll be better, and I don't know how much better it will be, but I do think that it will be a much improved O-line because Nick Saban did say yesterday, I think it was day before yesterday, he said in the press conference, he said that the first team offensive line has much improved, but he did say the second team is struggled. Like they have one bad play and then they cause like 5 different other bad plays. So the second team is struggling, and it's probably because most of them are just freshmen coming in. So
Right.
I do think the O-line will be good though, and the question is not just the O-line, it's just the wide receivers. Because I understand we got Tyler Hill, we got JoJo, we got Trayshawn Holden, we got Ja'Cory Brooks, we got Jermaine Burton, we got all these guys, great players, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, can they stay healthy? Because last year, at the end when we needed our wide receivers, they were done for the season, right? So that's another question I got for Alabama's team, our team. So I mean, I do think, looking at Alabama's schedule, it is a tough schedule. Probably one of the toughest schedules that Alabama has had in a while. So with Alabama, taking a loss to Georgia in the Natty, and to injury prone, I'm not making excuses to anybody that thinks I'm making excuses. Georgia fans been saying all season, "Oh, y'all making excuses. Y'all wide receivers got hurt. So what? It's part of the game." But Jameson Williams and John Mechie had great chemistry, and Bryce Young had chemistry with them guys. That's why that the offense was so dominating. You know what I mean? Like when you take out two great wide receivers that are your go-to guys, right? And you got a great, outstanding, elite Heisman quarterback that's throwing you the ball. Come on, man. You can't tell me that doesn't hurt your team. That doesn't, like, losing Jameson Williams in the national championship. Like, I didn't write it off and say Alabama's, they're gonna lose the game. Because they almost won. Just think about it. They really had the game, but Bryce Young had a lot of pressure, and he, like, all credit go to Bryce Young. He did an awesome job. If you go back and look at the video of the whole game, like, man, he placed the ball in their hands. They was pressured and they dropped the ball. Like, I mean, what can we say? It happens, but that's another thing. They gotta catch the ball. Because last year, that was a problem. We couldn't catch the ball. But we got rid of the problems. Ajay Hall, Billingsley. I can't think of his first name, but I know his last name. Jaleel Billingsley, yeah. But Jaleel, he was with Alabama for a long time, and he won a national championship with Alabama. So, I don't know what happened to Billingsley. He was a great tight end, I just don't know. But I really like Billingsley. I hate he's gone. But it's just little bitty things that I feel like Alabama needs to fix. Like, and Tyler Hill, he's injured. He came in injured. He transferred injured. That's what Nick Saban said. He's not 100% right now. So us Alabama fans, we don't need to look forward to him being in the Utah State game or the Texas game. I don't think. I think we're going to see a big. I think Trayshawn Holden is gotten better. Trayshawn
Right.
Holden, number 11. I think he's going to be improved this year. There's a lot of smoke about him. And Ja'Cory Brooks, he had that great catch in the Auburn game. They tied the game up.
Yes.
And that was Bryce Young's Heisman moment. I really think that Ja'Cory Brooks is going to be good this year, too. I think those two guys are going to be excellent. I think Jermaine Burton, if he's not our first wide receiver, he's going to be second. It's just he's great. He's a great athlete. I'm glad he transferred to Alabama. But it's just, can they just not get hurt? And also with the running backs.
Right.
Looking at the end of last year in the national championship, even in the Cincinnati, when Alabama beat Cincinnati, Brian Robinson, he toted that game on his back.
Yeah.
If you notice, Cincinnati had a great defense. Like, their cornerbacks were excellent. Their safety, excellent. They had great players. I think they went first round.
They
They
had maybe 3 guys within the first 2 rounds, I think, got drafted.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Brooks, he did catch that touchdown, though, that one touchdown. But the rest, Brian Robinson had freaking over 200 yards. So
yeah,
he went over them guys. And them guys were massive. I didn't even notice how big they were, dude. I was like, holy shit, these dudes are tall. And they're like built, And compared to Alabama, they looked really big, man. I'm like, dang, I didn't expect that crap. Especially, what's his name? Their quarterback, what's his name?
Desmond Ridder, who's with the Falcons now, who I think has looked good so far.
Oh, you think the Falcons going to do good?
I don't know about this year, but I think that Desmond Ridder could be a franchise guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got arm talent now.
Yeah,
he got arm talent. And but I noticed he couldn't handle that Alabama pressure. he was running a little bit, but hey, it's that Alabama defense. I don't have questions about it. You can say what you want to say about that Alabama defense. Anybody, that defense is going to be massive this year. And when you put Dallas Turner, Will Anderson, and Chris Boswell in, oh my God, dude, it's going to be a massacre. I really think Alabama's defense is going to be number 1. And I know Clemson has a great defense, they say, but I don't care. I think Alabama's going to top it this year, man. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Alabama fan. It's just I believe in Will Anderson and Dallas Turner. I mean, Dallas Turner didn't even play but like 10 games, 9 or 10 games. He didn't even play a full season. And he had 8.5 sacks. So
as a freshman.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? He's a freak. And he's going first round when he does get drafted.
Yeah, man. And Will Anderson's going to, he's
going to have 20 sacks.
Well, I don't know. I was fixing to say something about having a defensive player number 1 this year and how we could have that again. But I think with Bryce, because you got to remember Bryce Young's going too if Will Anderson goes, I'm sure. But he's definitely top 3 pick. Somebody in the top 5 is going to need some defense, and Will Anderson's going to be the guy. But, dude, I expect this defense. Look, and I've been saying this, it might not be Georgia last year, and I'm okay with that. I just want defensive consistency. I want to watch this year's defense and get that feel of like 2011 or 2012.
2016. Yeah.
2016, the old school Bama defenses.
Yep.
I want that.
when you had doggone Reuben Foster, Deron Payne, all these guys, I'm talking about massive dudes. They can really go get it. You know what I'm saying? They were go getters. They were awesome, man. And people. All I'm hearing from Georgia fans, oh, your O line is still going to be trash. That's last year. We got a new offensive coordinator, one of the best offensive coordinators that puts guys in puts offensive linemen in the first round in the NFL, and that's Eric Wolford, and he's damn good.
I've heard some great things about him for sure. I mean,
have you seen the 23 class? The new O lines coming in. Look up Alabama's 20. They're number one in 247 Sports Composite and on 3 Sports. Look it up. Look at the class that Alabama's got right now coming up. They're number one in recruiting.
I've seen that. I think you were trying to talk about the O-line for 2023.
Yes. Look how big them guys are. Wilkham Formby's. He goes to Northridge High School in Tuscaloosa. He's 6'8", 320-something pounds. He is a man. And also we got Alanin. I can't say his name. He's from Finland.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know how you say it either. He looks mean, dude. He's big.
Dude, he's massive. Yeah. He's 6'6" or 7. And then we got who else we got on that O line? We got
Wilkin Formby is a 4-star.
Raymond Polito. Raymond's from California. We just picked him up not too long ago. But we do have a commitment coming tomorrow. Don't miss it, bro. It's his name's Eldrick Hill. He's from I gotta look it up. I can't remember, but I know a lot of players that we're going after. I keep up with all the recruiting. I had Uncle Lou tell me I wasn't a real Alabama fan because I didn't know all the Alabama coaches, but I don't give a damn. I'm an Alabama fan. I can tell you most of the Alabama players right now that play for Alabama, and I can tell you all the players that have committed to Alabama.
Yeah, man.
Most of them. I can tell you any of that.
I'm kind of like that, but I'm not the best at remembering everything, so I got to look it up. But
I'm 25, man. I've been a Bama fan since I was a kid. I was like, let's see, I've been a Bama fan since 2007 when Nick Saban first year, and I was just knowing about football, as a kid. Yeah. But people's like, oh, you a Bama fan? You only been a fan since Nick Saban. I'm going to be a fan for the rest of my life. So if Alabama falls off track, or if they, when Nick Saban retires and we're dog shit, you know what? I'm going to still say Alabama still got 18 natties, and they still, they were good back, a few years ago, whatever the case is, So, it really don't matter, man. I stick with my team. So, Uncle Lou, I think he just tries to get under people's skin, or he be playing, and then he asked me this question. And everybody, if you're an Alabama fan, you should know this question. And I know you know this question because I know you're an Alabama fan. But he was like, what's the name of Alabama's mascot? And I said, are you kidding me, bro? Big Al, duh. Who don't know that question, man?
Yeah.
That is easy to. If you don't know that question, then you don't watch Alabama football. I tell you that. That's crazy. But I'm telling you, Justice Haynes from Georgia, we got him as a running back for 2023. You ought to see his highlights in his first game the other night on Twitter. Look his highlights up.
For this season, I gotta go look at it. But I've watched him. He's a beast.
Oh my God, dude! They played Thompson High School, right? In Thompson High School, where Tony Mitchell plays, and he's committed to Alabama. And Peter Woods, where he's committed to Clemson. I'm telling you.
We could steal Peter Woods on signing day. That is a possibility.
And Kelby Collins. Yep.
Yep.
I can't believe Kelby Collins freaking went to doggone Florida. You know, it's the only weakness Alabama has in recruiting is the defensive line. I don't know why. Like, I feel like Freddie Roach is a good recruiter, you know?
Yeah.
And people blaming it on Freddie Roach. They're on Twitter like, fire Freddie Roach. You know, I'm like, chill out. It's just one guy. Well, we lost two defensive. And a lot because of NIL. We're going you know, Nick Saban said, teams are going to lose players, in-state players, because NIL is going to attract them to other teams.
That's like when it kills you like it killed me when people first started like, okay, take 2019. That was a bad year for our defense. But like we had a lot of young players. We were playing a lot of injured guys. We were playing a lot of freshmen. And because we gave up a certain amount of points, first off, it was one time. Well, it wasn't one time, but like the first time right out the gate, first thing out of everybody's mouth is we got to fire Pete Golding. Listen to me. Pete Golding is your defensive coordinator this year. And this defense will be top 5. Promise you.
Oh, yeah. That's no doubt. And I heard Pete Golding speak, you know, I think it was a few weeks ago. Nick Saban let him speak in the conference. He said, I'm getting these guys ready this year. And they know the standard. We know the standard this year. And Nick Saban done already told them, you know, look, we need to do better this year. Last year, he said it was a rebuilding year, which people are making fun of, saying, oh, Alabama's making excuses about that too. But when you look at Alabama's 2020, when they beat Ohio State in the national championship 52-24, how many hits did Alabama take from the NFL? How many was drafted?
All of them?
Exactly. Like Nick Saban said, it takes time to build your team back. These guys have to develop. They have to develop these guys. And, you know, I'm sick of it, man. Like everywhere, all over the, you know, YouTube, I'm seeing, oh, Alabama is making excuses. Oh, I'll tell you one who I can't stand.
Okay.
That's Paul Feinbaum. He's stupid idiot of my life. He said that Nick Saban makes more excuses than this man is crazy. He said that Alabama was not in a rebuilding year, but he said every time Nick Saban loses, he makes up excuses, and he says that, well, our players were hurt, or so-and-so we lost this, so-and-so we lost that. And my understanding, he's supposed to be an Alabama fan himself. Is that right or wrong?
He went to Tennessee.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for Feinbaum, and I'll tell you why is because, you know, this channel, I'm working to be a sports journalist. And I think I got my inspiration from Feinbaum. You have to admit, his takes might not be the best, but that doesn't mean he's not good at what he does. He's very professional. He's outgoing. He's very well spoken. He's very well prepared. He might not always have takes that I agree with, but I look up to someone like him with how he handles his work and does his job. And, you know, I think that's a good role model to have for someone like me who wants to be a sportscaster.
Right. But, you know, like the Georgia fans been saying, Alabama's dynasty's over. They broke us. They broke Alabama.
We lost the game. We lost the game. Oh, no.
We lost one game. You know how many times we beat their ass? 7.
Right. Yeah, man.
I mean, don't somebody lose every now and then? I mean, don't we lose in life somehow? I mean, whether it's football or not.
What's the saying that, like, it's hard to beat the same team twice in 1 year? Georgia had a revenge factor. Guess what? I was not making excuses for that game. Georgia
I
was
just
mad.
said,
Georgia was pissed off. They got us. It's over.
I just said if our O-line would have been better, he would have not been pressured that hard. I'm just saying.
What's up, Nate?
What's up, Nate?
What's up?
I talked to Nate the other day on Big Stream. Yeah, but I just think, Georgia fans are doing a little too much. To be champions since 40 years ago, whether it's 40, people have been saying it's 40 and then people saying it's 41, but I don't know. Okay, it's still several decades, right? For I mean, some of these Georgia fans, they're not even older. They haven't even experienced a national championship till just this past year.
Which I get, but I like my new profile picture.
Yeah, that's dope.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, Hutchinson's going to be really good. He's playing for Detroit.
Look at Nate, my man.
That's cool. I like it. I'm going to be honest though. I got an argument to make, and it's my opinion. It's not because I'm a Bama fan, but Ballard, do you think Will Anderson deserves to be in the Heisman question or Hutchinson, Aiden?
Oh, last year? I think both. I think both did. I thought it was kind of crazy to have one guy and not the other. Both of them all year long.
Yeah,
now people might not have noticed Will Anderson at first, and I could understand that. He's young. It takes time to get yourself out there on the field. But dude, I mean, he was making havoc in the Miami game when we first started the season.
Yeah. I mean, I got a question. We're all white here. I don't think it's nothing to do with racism, but could it have been? I mean, just saying. I mean, do you think it's favoritism or, I don't know.
No.
I can't say that, but I don't know. It's just, I don't understand because I feel like Will Anderson, he was disrespected at that point in time. Because
I would agree as a Michigan fan. I would, if I were like a voter, I would vote for Will Anderson too.
Yeah.
But he got robbed in my opinion. Will Anderson.
And he's the best. To me, he's the best defensive player in college football right now, hands down.
Right now, yeah. But last year was Aiden Hutchinson. But there's argument there, though. I mean.
Yeah, well, no, I still think Dallas Turner didn't he have more sacks than Aiden and more tackles?
I don't.
Will Anderson.
He might have had more sacks. I don't know about more tackles because Aiden Hutchinson was a tackling machine.
He was.
He was.
Yeah, I've seen his highlights. I'll tell you what. I give Michigan hella credit. They put an ass whooping on Ohio State last year.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not a Michigan hater because I wanted Michigan to beat Georgia, but I know I was dreaming about that one because Georgia is a contender. They're a good team and they have great players.
Yeah, they were no doubt to be champions in my opinion, but because they were the better team against Michigan. If I were the bracket placer, or not bracket ranking for the college football playoff from last year, I would put, in my opinion, I know I'm being a little biased, but Michigan at 1. Don't get too crazy, but Alabama at.
Good, man. Hey, you root for your team, and put your team before any other team, man.
Yeah, and not no disrespect to Bama, but I would want Bama and Michigan play together. So 4 versus 1, I don't know. And Cincinnati versus Georgia, I would want to see that again. But yeah, it didn't happen.
We got a Hogs fan in here.
No, Brock, I'm a Purdue fan.
What's up, Michael?
Not much, Valor. You ready for school tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm ready for school, man. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but we can keep it going till like 10 o'clock my time, and then I'm
Why do
gonna
you always
call it
do a
quits.
short? You always do short streams.
It's all right.
I do short streams.
Yeah, they're usually like 45 minutes to an hour, and you really can't get
It's
into a decent conversation.
uh,
But I can understand and stuff like that, though, especially with school getting ready to start up. But no,
Who
speaking
you a
of
fan of?
Purdue,
Purdue? Oh,
yeah,
Purdue was. I felt like Tennessee should have won that game, but I do. I respect Purdue. You know, they had a great season.
yeah. Okay, I gotta ask you that. Is that because of the of how the play ended? But see, the thing is, the Brock had the play kept going, it would have been a penalty on Tennessee.
But
true.
yeah, they said he was down by contact. I guess they said.
No,
Is
I
that
think what it was is his momentum. They stopped his momentum. But anyway, it is what it is. But Ballard, so have you got your books yet, or are you reading books? Or are you doing it online?
Oh, I got
True.
the books. All right, I just picked them up on Friday.
Did
True.
you? One of the books I was looking at today, $300 for a Spanish book.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah,
where is Purdue? What state is that?
Indiana.
Indiana. Yep.
Indiana. Okay, because
Yeah, it's
I didn't know. That's why I asked because
it's West
I
Lafayette.
mean my dad has
Yep.
cousins that live in Gary, Indiana. So
Yep, that's
Yeah.
about 2 hours from where I live.
oh
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yep,
Yeah. I've never been to Indiana, but yeah, you should have went to the national championship then.
I did. I actually worked the game for ESPN.
Oh really? Wow.
Yep.
Wow, man, that's awesome. Oh,
Yep.
so
So what's
what do
one
you
thing? Go ahead.
what do you think? What do you give your team's prediction this year?
I'm
What
saying
is
they're
your
going to go either 11-1 or 10-2, and they'll play Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
That's a little biased, but okay.
Nate, process of eliminate, or okay, I'll say either them or Michigan. But just for people to have the audacity to say that
I
both
mean-
Ohio State and Michigan is going to make the playoff this year, it's really stupid and asinine. It's not going to happen.
yeah?
I mean,
But I think I mean I had people tell me and no, I'm not being biased or nothing to Michigan when I say this, but I think they're not going to be as good as last year. That's what I'm thinking because they did lose a lot. So
I
they
mean, not a
lose.
lot on the O line because their O line's coming back. Not a whole. I mean, one left, which is center, and they got the best center award winner center from Virginia, I think. Forgot what his name is, but
I know y'all lost our running back. He was really good, Haskins.
yeah, Haskins, yeah, but we have Corum, which is I think he's going to be really good this year.
But Haskins looked like he should have been like I don't know if I would have put that man in the Heisman if he had like tremendous numbers, man, because he was a beast in that game. Like
yeah,
I was surprised how good he was running that ball on Ohio State, but they did say Ohio State's defense was dog water. So
yeah, see, this is how some Ohio State fans say this. Oh, we're gonna be a Michigan if our defense improve. It might improve this year for a little bit, but in my opinion, I don't think it's gonna be improved enough to show me that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be in like 2 years or 1 more year. I don't know.
Well, they did get a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
yeah.
I meant like Jim Knowles. I think he's gonna be really good. I'll say I'm biased right now, but
it's gonna take time. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like I said, and plus, and this is the saying is true. You can't be elite forever.
Exactly. just like I tell Georgia fans, I'm telling them, their defense is going to give up more points this year.
Yeah, and Ohio State can be elite. Well, not the whole team, but receivers can. Whatever. I mean, they can be elite. I will say,
I
but
think Ohio State would beat Georgia. I'm just saying. I think they could, and I think they would, because Ohio State this year they're going to have a really explosive offense, and they have great wide receivers.
what the defense is though? That's the problem. That's the question mark though.
Yeah, that's the big question mark. Just like Alabama's is the offensive line. So
yeah,
I'm telling you, if Alabama's offensive line was even decent last year, I think that Bryce Young would have had more time to throw the ball.
yeah. Actually,
What do you think, Ballard? On that?
If our O line was a little bit more
Decent, yeah, and more consistent. Like I feel like Bryce Young wouldn't have got as pressured as much, and he would have had more time to throw the ball. And the receivers wouldn't have been, so nervous to catch the damn ball, act like they didn't want to catch the ball and shit. That's the only thing I had concern about. But I mean, our secondary.
I think that makes plenty of sense. That makes plenty of sense to me, and I think that's what you're going to see this year is that the O line is going to be more experienced and more well built, and that it'll allow Bryce Young to be better in the pocket and get more time to extend the play.
You talk about the offensive line,
I want to see.
Yeah.
I hope they can hurry up because from what I heard, it's not very good. About the offensive line, because I heard it's a work in progress.
It is.
Yeah.
I like the Vanderbilt
Nick Saban said. Yeah.
You like the Vanderbilt transfer?
Yeah. Tyler Steen, he transferred to Alabama. Nick Saban pulled him from the transfer portal.
Is he good? Because I know Vanderbilt.
Well, see, you can't really. All right, I'm not trying to be mean when I say this to you, Nate, but you can't go by. I understand a lot of even Georgia fans say the same shit. Oh, well, you got Nick Saban's getting players from Vanderbilt. He's getting players from Georgia Tech. You can't go by that. You can't go by that.
I'll take that back because Michigan kind of the same thing with what's his name? Is a former 5-star edge rusher from Bama and UT Martin.
I'm trying to think.
Whatever it is, his name is. Man,
you talking about the guy that just transferred again? That hit the transfer portal?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of him. You know who he's talking about?
Oh,
he played.
I can't think of his name though. It slips.
He played for UT Martin, but I can't think of it.
I don't know if he's garbage or whatever, but.
Well, I don't think he's that good. That's why Alabama, he didn't see play time.
I mean, hopefully, he can be good in his own way, but I just don't think he's gonna be like a job or whatever. Nothing like a job, but hopefully, he can be good for Michigan though.
Yo, Crimson Brave, what up, man? Join. Roll Tide, bro. Yeah, that's Crimson Brave. He's a Bama fan. But my thing is Alabama secondary last year was good, but I feel like it's going to be better this year. But after this year, Ballard, I think like Jordan Battle's going to be gone after this year. We got Jordan Battle gone. We're going to have Malachi Moore probably gone. And Brian Branch gone. So that's why Alabama is having to get. See, we got Caleb Downs. If you go look at his highlight,
this man stole that. Is a safety or cornerback?
Safety.
He played safety.
You guys actually stole that from Ohio State.
Yeah.
We pretty much stole from Georgia,
his second team was Ohio State got runner up. And so did Justice Haynes. They were going to go to Ohio State, but they wanted to go to Bama. So, and the reason why Alabama recruits so good in Georgia and even in Florida and all these other places is just because of the Nick Saban's track record. If you look at Nick Saban's track
True.
record, he's been at Alabama. It is unbelievable what Nick Saban has did.
True.
And Ballard even knows that. That's why the Alabama Georgia fans and all college football fans said, "Oh, Alabama's not going to be able to recruit no more." Just before they started recruiting the 2023 class, they said that Alabama was going to take a step
They really
back.
did? Wow, well, that's stupid.
And guess what? Alabama has 4 or 5 stars. They have 3 or 4 different Alabama top prospects from the state of Georgia, out of Buford High School, all these other schools. So
yeah,
it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot.
As far as recruiting, I mean, Michigan hasn't done anything of adding more players. I wish they would add more players with NIL, but again, what I heard, they're like a more traditional school, which is okay, but you need some coaches on like Harbaugh or something like that. He needs to offer money, or is it school money, or just how does it? I know the deals do. I don't know, but does it come off of school money? I don't know, but my point is Michigan needs to do more to offer more what the hell is it called recruiting. So I mean, if they want to be on the elite level, they need to get like a 5-star or something like that. But who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
see, the thing I don't know. The thing is, though, I got to ask you. Oh, he took off. Ballard, yeah. How much longer do you see Saban at Alabama?
I don't know.
Till his contract's up, which I think at this point goes to like 2030 or something.
Holy cow.
Welcome back, Brock.
I think so.
Somebody freaking called me and it messed my audio up. I don't know why it does that.
You're fine. Hey, Brock, I just asked him this question. I asked him again, how much longer do you see Saban at Alabama?
Well, his contract's not up to 2028. But I think if Alabama, doesn't probably win, this is a very, very slight and slim chance. But if Bama don't probably win a natty this year or next year, by next year or whatever in 2023, I think in 2022 this year, and I think in 2023 Alabama's going to go back to back. Even with I think the 2023 class is going to bring a natty on the first year. That's how confident I am about this 2023 class.
So we'll go back to back.
That's what I said. We'll go back to back.
I think if he wins one either this year or next year, he'll step down.
That's respectable.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, if Nick Saban win one, I think he's going to want to win more. So I wouldn't say he would retire after this year. But they've asked him, even all the media and all the, SEC media and all, Paul Feinbaum, they all asked him, have you thought about retiring, sir? Well, he said, what am I going to do when I retire? He said, I enjoy what I do. He said, I enjoy coaching young guys and giving them, because Nick Saban's not just a coach. Like, he treats these young guys like they're his own kids. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So he's a great mentor to younger teenagers. You know what I mean? He tries to get them prepared for, the NFL and try to get them prepared for a great life, ahead of them.
Yeah, basically like a father or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a good, he's a great father. I think he has kids, right? I'm pretty sure he
Yeah, I
does.
think he is.
I don't know everything about
Oh,
Nick Saban like that, but I'm pretty sure he has kids and stuff. So,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
his wife is really nice lady. And she be at the game and stuff. She be like cheering for Alabama. It's just great, man. I love Alabama. I love Nick Saban. I think that even like even if I was older and I would have been a Bama fan before Nick Saban, I still would have rooted for my team. And
Yeah.
Uncle Lou, he told me just because I've been a Bama fan since Nick Saban. Oh, I'm a bandwagon fan. Get the hell out of here. I'm 25 years old, man. I just don't understand. Like, Georgia fans, like, oh, what? He's like, I was like, well, Alabama won 18 national championships. Georgia they only won one in 41 years. He was like, oh, well, we won one in the last, we're 1-1 against Alabama. I was like, no, sir, y'all lost to Alabama in your best defensive year that Georgia's ever had. So, I mean, me and Uncle Lou don't get along that good. I subscribe to his channel and I join a lot on there and talk crap in the comments, but me and Uncle Lou don't clash because he's already talking about Jahmyr Gibbs, talking about, he's not gonna be able to beat a running back that Alabama wants him to beat. Blah, 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 blah. Man, let me tell you something. Just because I don't give a damn what he did at Georgia Tech. Alabama's nowhere near what Georgia Tech is.
True.
They are 10 million times, billion times better. And they know how to develop, players into the NFL, and they know how to develop players while they're at Alabama. So for him to say that dumb crap, and I told him, I was like, man, Alabama has more than Jahmyr Gibbs. They got Jace McClellan. They got injured last year. Ended his season last year. Got Trey Sanders. They got Roydell Williams. That's 3 other running backs. These guys are if they stay healthy, you're talking about the best running back room in the SEC and in the country. I believe Jace McClellan and Jahmyr Gibbs, Trayshawn Holden, and maybe we might see a little bit of Roydell Williams, but I think Roydell's not. How long has Roydell been there, Ballard? He's a
like
freshman.
2 years, I think.
He's a junior this year.
I think so. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to look it up. I don't keep up with all that. I just know their names. But Roydell, he's gonna put on some weight, and I think he's gonna be really good if he sees. I think he will see the field. I'm gonna say all our running backs will. They will get a chance to show their talent this year. But I'm saying Gibbs is gonna have a good year, and I think he's a 1,000-yard back at Alabama. And Alabama was recruiting him before he went to Georgia Tech, and his mom wanted him to go to Georgia Tech. So he said Alabama didn't push for him that hard because I guess Alabama seen somebody else that they really wanted. So they kind of laid off Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what Gibbs said in his press conference. He's like, Alabama didn't push for me hard enough, he said. So he felt like Alabama didn't want him. But I feel like Gibbs would have did a lot by now if he would have been at Alabama all along. But I'm just saying, Alabama's going to have, if not the best running back room in the country, but the top 2 or top 3 running back room. And I think Georgia may have a good running back room because they will have a good offensive line. He's saying that Georgia probably has the best offensive line in the country. So that remains to be seen. So I don't know. But I'm just going to say Alabama's going to have the best running back room in the country, the best defense in the country, and they will win a national championship this year. I don't see if Alabama stays healthy. I don't see nobody whooping Alabama, not even Georgia, and I damn sure don't see Ohio State beating Alabama. And
Brock.
I know.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
And I know they're going to be good on the offense, and they got great receivers like Alabama. But I still think Alabama will still have their number, and I still think that Alabama will win the national championship in 2022, and that Bryce Young will win in his hometown the national championship before he goes off to the NFL. And
so is he from Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If that happens this year, I don't see Bryce Young coming back.
No, he won't. He just wants a national championship. He's going to
But
go
see,
on.
here's the thing, though. Who do you think can trip up Alabama this year?
I say Ole Miss.
If anybody,
I say Ole Miss or I don't know.
say
I think
Arkansas.
Arkansas is going to make it close, but I don't think they're ready to beat Alabama just yet. I don't know.
And
I
I'll be
say-
honest, I'm not. I'm here, messing with Texas fans a little bit. Don't take what they're doing lightly, because I think they're having one of the best off seasons of anybody in the country.
I
Who's that,
still think
Arkansas?
Alabama wins that game by 14 to 17
Texas.
points.
Oh, Texas? Yeah, but did you hear their injuries, man? Like, they're going to be starting
Yeah, that's
freshman
true.
offensive line. Listen, all freshman offensive line. And you don't put freshman offensive linemen on the field the first year unless they're really good.
Yeah, they
You don't see that.
No.
So
I mean-
they have no choice, right?
I mean,
Wait, I'm gonna let you talk, Nate. Hold on. But okay, they lost their senior offensive lineman, their best offensive lineman. He is done for the season. They said he's not coming back. So they lost their running back, their second string running back. Bijan Robinson is still gonna be playing. And he's a damn good running back. They say he's one of the best in the nation. Okay. But they also lost their wide receiver, their second string wide receiver. But they do have Xavier Worthy, and he's really good. And then they lost. Did they lose anybody else? But anyway, they're making Quinn Ewers the quarterback. Ewers, or however you say his name. Ewers. He's the starting quarterback. That's what I'm hearing. So, Quinn, he is not ready to start. I'm sorry. And he will fail against Alabama. And he will be running for his life when Alabama comes to town. I'm saying that. Now you can talk.
Brock, most likely Bama's going to win, yes, but I'm going to put some brakes on you a little bit. Yeah, I got a feeling yours is going to be better than people think.
Uh-huh.
But I still think it's going to be a competitive game, but Alabama pulls away in the fourth quarter. But don't, like I said, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that game and stuff like that, though. But I tell you this, though, the three teams I can see that I'm not saying Tech, I'm saying Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. It's the teams that can trip them up and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Texas A&M, Alabama made a lot of mistakes last year in that game. A lot.
Yes, they did.
Okay. And it costed them, right? They lost. Okay. But understand, Alabama has them in a home game this year.
Yes, they do.
And all the talk that Texas A&M been talking, Alabama players have checkmarked that game. And they're going to come out ready.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that game
and it's a revenge game. Let's not
going to be a
forget who beat us last year.
bloodbath. I'm going to tell you why it's going to be a bloodbath. First of all, they have no good quarterback. Max Johnson, he is not that good. Haynes King, he only started in one game last year or half a game.
A&M?
Yeah, he's garbage. He's garbage, right? He's not good. Okay, those are their only two quarterbacks. They bring back Devin A. Chain or Devon. I think his name's Devin A. Chain. He was good. He is fast. He's a great running back. But Alabama's defense is going to be hands down great. Even better than last year. And Bama struggled.
Here's the thing.
So many games.
All right. Here's the thing, though. Brock, and you got to figure this out. What are you going to do if they start attacking the offensive line and getting to Bryce Young early? Then what are you going to say about that, though?
Well, I have confidence in Eric Wolford, our new offensive line coach, and I take Nick Saban's words to heart because everything he says, he's always right, and he knows. He knows.
Go ahead.
If his players are ready, and he said yesterday or day before yesterday in his conference, the last scrimmage game, in his conference, he said the offensive line has improved tremendously. So I'm hoping in the center we got Seth McLaughlin, not Darren Dalcourt. Darren Dalcourt struggled last year. Am I right, Ballard? Is he there?
Ballard, are you sleeping?
I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going to continue. But Seth McLaughlin, he is the center for Alabama, and he was most of last year. The end of last year, he was the center. And Darren Dalcourt was the first. He was starting first of the season. But the offensive line the problem was with the offensive line was Chris Owens and Kendall Randolph. They moved Kendall Randolph to tight end now. So he's at one of our tight ends. So we got Emil Ikior. I can't say his name. I think I got it right.
Emil Ikior, from Indianapolis.
Yeah, he's good. We got Seth McLaughlin. We got let me think who else we got. I can't think of all the offensive linemen. I don't really study the offensive linemen that much, the players. But I just know we got some new I think we're gonna have freshman Tyler Booker. We may see some of him. He was in last year's 2022 class. He's a freshman this year. And Alabama's got a lot of freshman wide receivers that are showing tremendous play time. They may get tremendous play time already. Kobe Prentice, Jazz Preston. These guys are from Louisiana. We took them. Nick Saban took them out of LSU's backyard, and so they're really good. And we got Isaiah Bond. He's a slot wide receiver, but I think the offensive line is not going to be, perfect, like really good, but I think it's going to be good enough that Bryce Young has enough time to throw the ball. And I think that's going to be a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the Natty, man, they pressured the hell out of Bryce Young. Y'all watched that game. This man couldn't even get out of his doggone, by the time they snapped the ball, what's his name? What's the guy's name that played for Georgia? He was all number 17. I can't think. What was his name?
Dickens.
The Kobe Dean. He was massive. I wish he would have went to Alabama, man. Alabama recruited him really good, but he chose Georgia. But Alabama missed on that guy. That man was a stud at Georgia. Also, they had several Lewis Seen. They had a lot of good defensive players last year, man. What's his name? The guy that went first round. I can't think of their names, but I know a few of them. But I don't really study Georgia like that because I'm not a Georgia fan. But
Travion Walker.
yeah, Travion Walker, Quay, damn, I can't think of all their names, man.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, Jordan Davis, he was not that good, man. He was slow. But now he could block, but he was real slow. But I'm just saying, if Bryce Young got enough time to throw the ball, it's gonna be a bloodbath for anybody. I'm just saying, it's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see, man. And I want Alabama to win the national championship, and I have a lot of confidence. So if they don't, man, I really think 2023 will be the year. But I have a lot of confidence, though. But I do think y'all's teams, are going to do good, too. So I think there will be, I think Purdue's going to do great. Purdue has a great quarterback. I don't know his name. I forgot.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, he's good. Great arm talent. Also Michigan. I think they're going to have the same quarterback. What's his name? Can't think of his name. McNamara.
We still have JJ McCarthy. I think he might beat out McNamara, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to bounce out of the stream and stuff since Ballard is probably no longer with us. But hey, Nate, one thing before I let you go, how did you do that with your picture?
To be honest, this is actually not my picture. I probably just screenshot it.
Oh,
from
all right.
So
okay.
I mean,
yeah. But I wonder how people do that though.
Yeah, if you have an iPhone, you just click the home button and the power button at the same time. So.
Okay.
But. Well, see you, Mike.
All right, see you guys.
See you, Michael.
Yeah, Nate. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the football season. I hope you are too. And how old are you, Nate?
20.
You're 20? Okay.
Almost 21
I'm 25, man. 25.
Huh?
I said I'm 25, so I'm just a little bit older.
Yeah.
I'm.
I mean,
so you live in Michigan? You from Michigan?
No, I live in the Cornhusker territory.
Okay.
Not in Lincoln, but I live in Omaha.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a decent sized city. Yeah, I like it really, really much because of my hometown. So.
Man, get down, girl. My sister's dog on my bed. She's a German Shepherd.
I mean,
she's so freaking big.
And
she had some puppies, man. She had 8 puppies. So
that's too much.
Yeah, well, we have 2 mama dogs, and they both had puppies about the same time. So we had like 18 puppies, man.
I thought you meant like pets. I'd be like, that's
no, they're babies. They're only 2 weeks old.
Yeah,
but
if he had like 8 German Shepherds, oh my god.
Yeah, but I think Michigan is gonna have a decent season, man. I do.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fall off totally. They're just like you said, they're gonna take a little step back. I think.
Yeah, a little bit, just on the offense. I think.
I would say the defense more, but the offense I think will be fine. But I think it's the defense more. But I
do think that.
I mean, defense. I mean, they could be better, but without Hutchinson and Jabo, probably not that good. But actually, I think Michigan could be a good defense, not great though.
Right.
But I just think Michigan could shock some people in some games, but I don't think it's gonna be a Ohio State game because I don't think it's gonna be a bloodbath like you said to a Texas A&M. It's kind of the same way when Ohio State is marking that game as a serious game, I think. And I don't think it's going to be a bloodbath, but who knows? I might be wrong. Hopefully, it's not a bloodbath like 40-20. Hopefully it's going to be like I'm hoping it's be like 35-27
Right.
or something
Hey,
like that.
Crimson, get up here, bro. You remember when I said that to Raj? That old hillbilly motherfucker? I can't stand him, bro.
Yeah, he's a little bit troll.
Raj is crazy, man.
Wait, you can't say him, Crimson Brave, you said?
Crimson Brave, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh.
I ain't talked to you in a while, brother.
But do you agree with some of my analysis, Brock or Ballard?
What's that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like I said. I don't think the Ohio State game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout in my opinion. Like I said, I might be wrong, but I just hopefully it's a little bit close. Like I said, 35-28 or 27 or something. Because I like y'all.
Crimson Brave, are you live or something, bro? Is he live? He's in a link.
He doesn't. And he doesn't do videos, but who knows? But
what is that, Crimson Brave? What'd you send me, man? What you saying?
What the hell is that? Whatever. But
I just think I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a great football season for all the teams, and everybody's gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
But I think when it gets down to it, it's gonna be time to play ball, man, and whoever comes out,
yeah,
and whoever's ready. But I think Alabama's gonna be really hungry for that natty this year, and I think they're gonna get there all.
And I know you're not a Michigan fan or whatever, but do you want to see another bloodbath game between the Michigan and Ohio State, or do you want a close game?
To be honest, I want y'all to be Ohio State, so we ain't got to play them because I don't know how good they are.
I mean, except for the offense, I think they'll be just fine. But speaking of Ohio State, but yeah, I can't. As for our travel of Ohio State, I still can't stand the fans of that team. I think I think they can be overrated. Can be, but who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
I think Michigan. I don't know their schedule, man. So if I knew their schedule,
I'll tell you their schedule. Now their non-conference is a bit of a joke. Actually,
all right, tell me their schedule so I can tell you a win or loss. I'll go. You can just go down.
Let's just say okay. First game is against. First game is against. Fuck, how do I not remember? Let me look it up. Gosh dang it. Football schedule. Again, football.
Hold on.
Colorado State, Hawaii, and UConn. That's non-schedule. A joke for schedule. And then they play home against Maryland. That could be a tricky game. And they play on the road.
My bad.
I
don't know.
Play on the road.
Hold on. Go back because I had to leave the stream and come back.
After that game. And they play at home against Penn State.
Okay, hold on. Can you go back? Can you start over? Because I didn't.
At Rutgers. At home against Nebraska. at home against Illinois and at Ohio State at the shoe.
All right, can you go back to the
Those
top?
are the games of Michigan.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Those are games that is on Michigan's schedule.
Well, can you go back to the top because I had to leave the stream and come back?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead.
All right. Bye. Miss.
Are you there?
Oh my God, why is it doing this? I keep switching the whatever it is. Okay, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First three games. Colorado State against Colorado State at home. At home against Hawaii, against Utah. Not Utah. UConn.
Okay,
So,
those are 3 wins. Keep going.
That's those 3 wins are a bit of a joke. Well, the teams, I meant. But
that's an easy dubs, man. Y'all should beat them. Those are non-con games.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that right now, or fan of the non-con schedule, but whatever. And we're at home against Maryland, and at Iowa the next week, and at Indiana, at home against Penn State, Michigan Michigan at home against Michigan State, and Michigan at Rutgers, Michigan at home versus Nebraska, Michigan at home against Illinois, and Michigan at the shoe against Ohio State.
Yeah, the only challenge you have is Ohio State, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say definitely 11-1 or 12-1.
Yeah. If the game is close, we lose by a close game, I think we still have a chance of getting a playoff though.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ballard, what you got up there, man? I see Raj ugly ass up here. What's going on?
I don't know. Crimson Brave told me to play it, so we're gonna see what this is, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta get up for school tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right, bro.
Me too.
Let's see what this is here.
Uh-oh.
I got a $275,000 house, got a $65,000 truck. Yeah, my wife's got a $40,000 brand new van, but I'm a drunk, right? So fuck you, motherfuckers in there running a bunch of bullshit. You want to come work a hard man's job? I've had my CDL since I was 16 years old, you motherfuckers. Okay? I've been driving a truck 20 fucking years. You can go to college, you can get your scholarship, whatever you fucking want to do. At the end of the day, motherfuckers, don't fucking talk shit about me in the comments, okay?
Damn. You have that.
And your goddamn college scholarships, you motherfuckers. And your diplomas. That you guys sit at your fucking desk all day, okay? I get up at 3 a.m. every morning and go to work. I got 2 kids, got a mortgage, you motherfucker. Okay? So, fuck you and your goddamn comment profit and all you other motherfuckers out there. So, guess what, motherfuckers? Don't goddamn come in here running your goddamn cock holster and talk about I'm a drunk. I do what the fuck I want to do because I make my goddamn bills, you piece of shit motherfucker. Go ahead and go to college and do your thing and sit at the desk all damn day.
Who is he talking to?
At the end of the day,
I don't know.
Crimson Brave.
It's just when people get in these
I gotta repent.
and they start using these big words and these terminologies. And
I think he was talking to Crimson.
That's my fault. I don't sit here and brag on my life. She's not coming here using big terms and doing this stuff. You know what? Because
Some people just talk like that, though, Jesse.
Okay, I think it's time to end.
Yeah.
Until Rogers is like, Ballard.
Yeah, I think I don't know, that guy Rod is something else, man. He got heated when I started talking about some Georgia football, boy. He was mad. He must be
he's
a really
He's
a
funny
really
and
good
nice in my opinion.
because he was acting crazy, man. Him and Uncle Lou was ganging up on me and shit. I'm like, you know what? I told you know what I told Rod? I said, man, shut the fuck up, man, and put some grizzly in your mouth or some damn dip in your damn lip, man, because you ain't talking about shit.
Thanks to Sorgi. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if Crimson is still in here, but
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed because I have a work tomorrow, so morning.
Yeah, I start back at school tomorrow morning, so I got
that has to be fun.
all right, man. Hey, Ballard, I'll tune in next time, brother. I don't know your schedule when you go live, but I'm gonna definitely tune in, man. And
yeah, it was good talking to you, man, and I'm sure this will be a great season for the Tide.
yes,
All right,
sir,
see
man.
you
Roll
guys.
Tide, and
Go
I'll
Blue.
talk to you next time. All right.
All right, Roll Tide. See you, buddy.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Go Blue. All right,
See
we
you,
done,
Nate.
Ballard. We done it.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. Great show. This is I don't like turning this show into a hangout stream, but I figured tonight we have some fun with it. With college football coming up, but anyway, gonna get some rest. Gonna get up tomorrow. Go back to college. I'm looking forward to it. Taking psychology and then history too, and got a lot of great things coming your way to the channel. A lot of Wallace athletic events that I'll try to cover, and maybe then some. But I love you guys. Y'all know that Jesus loves you too. He's got an amazing plan for your life. If you look up and trust in Him and believe that, and we will see you guys later on next time. Love y'all. Peace out.